It was George Orwell once who said, the notion of separating art from politics is a political statement in itself. So, as a Palestinian, when I am here in Trakwa House, in front of an international audience, and I'm singing an 18th or 19th century Palestinian song, that is a political statement. Even if I don't say, Arafat is the guy, Che Guevara is my man, get out of here, you sign it. You know, so the point is, that for me is protest song. And I think because I sang an ecumenical repertoire, instead of what we know in the West as protest music, they all felt involved. Communal element and the human voice. There were no instruments. That doesn't mean that all protest songs are instrumentalist, but there's something about the communicatory spirit of it, call and response, chanting, and it's the unity of a human voice that always speaks as one, but there's loads of them around. And that also came across, and it was very moving. I mean, I try not to show how moved I am when I am on stage, because I have also to be in control, and that is what they call in Arabic the difficult easy. You have to be completely emotional. You have to involve every Tom, Dick and Harriet, and you get moved by their reactions, but you really have to show as well that you're in control. But at the same time, a flood of emotion. And that is the difficult easy, having to do all of that and let it work. And frankly, we thought it was going to be half an hour. It went on a bit, and Mark kept on saying, you know, wind it down, and then the lovely girls, you know, with their, you know, just like the women without the bikinis in boxing rings, you know, instead of going, you know, with a number of the, you know, they were going with 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you know, and the audience just kept on singing. It was incredible. And it wasn't a show, and I don't feel elated after it. Normally, if it's just a show, I feel elated and then I get depressed the next day. This one was so composed that after that, you know, we've ended this communal sound, and then we all went and had a meal after that. It was fine, it was natural, it was organic. There's this fantastic song that's on my first album, Palestinian Songs from the Motherland and the Diaspora. This woman was rolling some couscous. You know, the couscous is actually rolled semolina, and the women just put bits and bits of semolina on this big tray, and they start rolling it to come up with all these little grains of couscous. And she was singing a song that had a funny time signature. It's an odd signature, it's 13/4. So she was singing and going around with rolling. While she was rolling the couscous, she was actually, without her realizing, giving me the rhythm. So she would, I can't remember the verse, yeah, she would say, ومنين عرفوا ومنين عرفوا كل الحطايط بيض ومنين عرفوا داير عاول فوق داير عاول فوق حتى السمك بالمي داير عاول فوق. So she was going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. So I worked up that rhythm by just following her, the way she was singing. And then years later I was invited for Alba TV to do a project with a Gaelic singer, Catriona Watt. Young girl, I mean, she won was a Gaelic Singer of the Year, BBC Gaelic Singer, I can't remember which year. But we sat together there and we mixed this song with a Scottish walking song. And when I saw videos of these Scottish big mamas sitting there, you know, with the, and it could be exactly the same woman in the refugee camp in Lebanon. So instead of going, I just felt, my God, this is Big Mama from the refugee camp. So this is how folk music can be so different, yet so the same. I promise you what I said was the truth. I didn't make anything up.